Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back. We are back.
We back in America.
Welcome back to Besides the Point with Christian and Jules.
Welcome back, y'all.
Yeah, we took a hiatus because we were in the Philippines for 2 weeks. And we took like a break. Coming back, and then we are recording again. So
Yeah,
welcome back.
It's probably like a month, right?
Yeah, like 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Yeah. But we're happy we're back, and we're just gonna recap pretty much everything about our trip. Overall, like the experience was great. Like it's like going back to like your hometown again,
Right.
like another hometown.
Right. Do you want to start from the beginning?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. So let's start with packing.
Okay, can you say your
Okay,
side
so-
of packing?
So so we when did we leave? Like on a Friday?
We left on a Friday.
Friday night.
Yeah.
So maybe Wednesday and Thursday I started to pack.
Okay.
And
Like you had your shit already. This was the time for you to put.
yeah. I was just like, you know, I'm extra. I'm extra ass guy.
I know you.
You
are.
know what I mean?
I know you are.
So I brought one like full like check-in suitcase full of clothes, right? And you know, I like options. I like dressing. You know,
Like
I
options.
like options.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was like, shit, dude, like I can't fit everything. So I was about to not bring a carry-on.
Okay.
And then I was like, you know what? Let me use my carry-on. Let me just like put more shit in it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Were you also going to use that as to bring back like pasalubong as well?
yes, kind of. Yeah,
Okay.
kind of. Yeah.
So you had to
yeah,
pretty much bring it.
But here's the thing, though. I didn't go overboard with packing. You know, like and then I also bought my backpack too, and yeah, and then I had bought some. I like literally on the Thursday after my haircut, I went to fucking Ulta and I bought my cologne, my summer cologne. And yeah, that was it. And then, but to be honest though, like, I'm kind of I don't know if you're about you, but I was kind of scared about the weight machine because when you like when you're checking when you're checking in, you have to weigh your bag, and so I'm like, shit, like I kind of want to maybe be a little under 50 pounds, like maybe like a 49, 48, just in case like there's like a you know, like I don't know, like their scale is different and they add like 2 more pounds or shit like that, or my scale is different. So I kind of give myself like leeway.
You got leeway.
But yeah, that's kind of how like I kind of packed.
So you weighed it when you were at home.
I did, yeah.
Were you at like 48, 49 or something like that?
Yeah, I think it was at 48, 49. The real like killer I think was the shoes.
Right.
So I brought like maybe four pairs of shoes, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So how was packing for y'all?
Oh, you know.
No, let's start from the beginning. Let's start.
Okay. No, packing was fine. Like
Okay.
we were just, packing our essentials. You know what I mean?
How did you how did you actually, you know what? You didn't really bring a lot of clothes. I saw you just wear one pair of shorts. This is
this trip, because the last trip I brought what, 2?
Yeah.
This time I brought like 5.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I assumed that we would wash it like during the trip, so I'd reuse those again. But it still wasn't enough.
It wasn't okay.
Well, that's why I bought shorts over there. But yeah, so we just packed our essentials, toiletries. You know what I mean? We packed a lot of candy because Maria's family, like the kids, they love American candy.
Okay.
And she wanted to pass it out when we were there. And obviously she brought like her makeup and all that stuff. So the pounds was pretty much at the limit.
Okay.
As far as our luggage.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was how our
the packing went.
Packing went, yeah. And then obviously, because we both had 2 check-ins, and then we had carry-on, 2 carry-ons, and then our personal item.
Mm-hmm. And so when because did you work that day on Friday?
I did, yeah.
How were you feeling that day? Were you just like,
I was excited.
yeah? Were you just like, get me out of here, type of thing?
Well, I was working from home, so it was kind of like, I'm just waiting to clock out, I guess. And I get off like in the afternoon. So
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't do shit at work. I was like, if you did, yeah. You had maybe like on that Friday, you maybe had like an hour of like me being like, all right, I'll do this.
Yeah.
But the rest is on, dude. Also, like, for work, because there was like it's something called Restaurant Week, and it's like basically it's hosted by 3 Square, and like just a bunch of restaurants in Las Vegas. They participate, and so like they have like a special kind of like offering, and we went to a Korean barbecue place that had all you could eat for, I think it was 20 or 25. For lunch on that Friday when we were leaving.
Nice.
So I was gone for lunch even for like longer than I should have. Let's just say that.
Right.
And
what did you do in the morning? So in the morning, like, you just leisurely just like went into the office and was like,
no, that was that Friday that we were leaving for lunch. Like me and my coworkers, we got. Oh, you mean as we're coming back to the office?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah, dude. Like I was no.
Okay, so you're just chilling.
Yeah, I was just chilling.
Okay. Should we go into the whole luggage debacle? Because there's information that I didn't know about the.
What do you mean?
Well, because I didn't know the specific airline we took. I didn't know. I don't know if it was for all airlines, but I didn't know that they weighed your
Okay, so
carry-on and check.
So let's give a little context before we do that. So me and my brother, we've always flew Philippine Airlines. And this trip, we decided to take Korean Airlines, right? Now, Philippine Airlines, how that process used to go when we were checking in was that we just weighed our check-in bags.
Yeah.
Right? They did not weigh our carry-on or personal, right? It was, I think it was more of like, I think their guidelines were more like, oh, okay, here's this bag that you get like this amount of space, and whatever you can fill in this space, you're good. Yeah. Right. I think that's how it goes. But for Korean Airlines, they weigh both your personal and your carry-on,
which we didn't know.
I didn't know either. But I'm like, oh, thank God I fucking didn't pack this shit to the brim. Okay, so we got dropped off. We're waiting in line. Long ass line, by the way. Yeah. Fucking everybody who's Filipino was going to fucking Korea that day for some fucking reason. Yeah, so we were waiting in line for like maybe like I was saying maybe like 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we get to the front, right? And then because my biggest concern was like the check-in. That's literally my biggest concern. Yeah,
because you assume that's
that was it.
They're just gonna take.
And so when the lady was like, "Okay, we're gonna weigh your carry-on and personal now," I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, but you were fine. You
I mean, there's obviously like a shred of doubt where I'm like, "What if this is over?" I literally cannot throw away anything. Yeah, I would have to throw away like a pair of jeans or something. Like somebody's gonna be fucking
dude.
And so when she weighed mine, right? And I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, thank God for you. Yeah.
And so when I saw y'all though, I think Korean. What was it? I think it was 12 kilograms. I think. Was it 12 or
10 actually?
Which is what, like 20?
I don't know the conversion. But. Like I had candy, snacks in my backpack. You know what I mean? So once I put my carry-on and the backpack on there on the scale, that shit was way over. Me and Maria's.
I think y'all were like at like 15, 16 kilograms, and we were supposed to be at 10 kilograms.
So there was no way for us to like, what is it called? Consolidate.
Yeah. So
You know what I
okay.
mean?
So basically, the lady was like, okay, because there was like empty scales on the side. So the lady was like, okay, like, let's go, like, go to the side, weigh your stuff, and just come back to me. Don't wait in line again. Just come back to me when you guys have it figured out, right? So we go to the side, and then I just see Maria.
She's like doing a puzzle.
She was doing a puzzle, yeah. She was. We basically opened up like our bags,
Luggages.
We were shifting shit around.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not we, Maria.
Yeah, and bro, and unfortunately, the snacks that I had, bro, I had like fucking like chips. I had beef jerky.
I like scarfed down some sweet tart ropes. I was like, there's no way.
Yeah, bro, I had gummies, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I had to toss all that shit.
Yeah.
I had to toss it in the trash can, and they're unopened. Like, they're new. Like, I just had to toss it. I was like, oh man, what a waste. And it's crazy because those were the snacks that I bought like the day before that Friday. So like, I literally just bought those now, and then they just went to waste. But, yeah, that whole thing. I mean, bro, I was sweating the whole time when we were figuring out that whole like consolidation stuff.
And the thing is that I just kind of stood there because Maria has the personality of like I don't want to. I would feel like I would be getting in her way if I tried to help.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the only way I would help is I got maybe like 1 or 2 kilograms that I could put in my bag. And then, so from my perspective though, I was just like, y'all gotta throw away the candy.
Yeah.
Like, that's the denominator here was the candy.
Yeah.
And so, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know how y'all gonna do this. Like, I legitimately was like, I don't know how you're gonna do this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we had to make a decision. By the way, I was in line. I was trying to save a spot. I was gonna ask her, the lady that helped us. I was gonna ask her like, is it okay if it's like 1 or 2, like 1.5?
Yeah, shout out to that lady because I think she like was like, all right, like,
right.
Like we can give you a couple of kilograms.
I think she saw that we made an effort.
Yes,
you know what I mean. But then and then we, obviously we got through, but that shit was man. I was so like,
that was crazy.
It was a very stressful time. So we got.
I like legitimately thought we were gonna be late for our flight. Well, it was already like, so our flight was like maybe like 11:50.
Yeah, like midnight, pretty much.
It was like maybe like 10:30, and I was like, we still gotta get through TSA. We still gotta find the gate.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
So, I mean, we made it. And then obviously we had a layover in Seoul, Korea. Really quick, what did you think of that airport?
Well, okay, so let's talk about the flight real quick though.
Oh, okay.
Can you stop skipping ahead?
I'm just saying because I don't know what timeline you're trying to do.
Well, I'm just trying to walk.
Okay. We'll talk about the flight and then we'll talk about Seoul.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So we get through TSA. We get to our gate. We buy these shitty ass sandwiches for like fucking like $20 each.
Yeah, because we wanted to eat something. Yeah.
And it was so. When I first because this is the thing is like this is also not only this is the first airline that wasn't Philippine Airlines. This was an airline from like a different like nation.
Yeah.
And so when I first got on Korean Airlines, I felt weird. Did you not feel weird? I was like, whoa, like there is just Koreans next to us. There's no, I mean, obviously there's some Filipinos because some Filipinos take this flight to but like, even like the pre-boarding, even like the boarding was like, it was all Korean. And I was just like, whoa, like, that was such a weird like thing to experience. Did you feel the same way?
Is it because it felt different? Like, because we're used to Philippine Airlines?
Yeah, and like even like the stewardess, they greeted you in Korean. The boarding messages were in Korean. I just was not used to that.
Yeah, I didn't. No, I mean it wasn't like something I was like thinking about. Like I was just like kind of going with the flow. But
yeah. And so we board, and then it's like 12 o'clock. By the way, we're fucking tired as shit. And I remember I fell asleep when we took off and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
And I remember I was like half awake.
Yeah.
And I just remember like them, oh, okay, hey, we're gonna serve food now.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like this, bro. I was like this, and I was just like, why are they serving dinner? It's like 3:00 in the fucking night.
Yeah.
Like, who's eating dinner?
Yeah.
And so like it was one of those things where I was like half awake, and then were you guys like just dead asleep?
I was dead asleep. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, and so the stewardess came to me, and she asked me if I wanted dinner, but I just wanted to sleep, dude. I was tired as shit.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh no, thank you.
Yeah.
And so, but like I was just like, in my mind, I was just like, who the fuck is eating dinner at 3 a.m. in the morning?
Yeah, because we were just in America, and that's the time people go to bed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like,
and I was like, who's fucking eating beef stew at 3 a.m. in the morning?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but Korean, actually, Korean airline was actually pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was very spacious, I would say.
Yeah, very spacious. I think because I wasn't used to it. I wasn't used to like another language, another like just thing. But once I got used to it, it was pretty chill.
Yeah, yeah. Well, because I think Philippine has 4 in the middle on the plane, but Korean has 3, I believe. I don't know.
I don't remember.
Okay, that's why I feel like it's more spacious.
Yeah,
but yeah.
But actually, you know what? I would actually take Korean airline again. I don't think I would take Philippine airline.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved it.
But yeah, so we landed in Korea now. So now, we got through our flight, which by the way, like, I slept through that entire flight. I think. I don't think I ate too. I think I ate breakfast.
How long was it? How long was it again? It was like
14 hours.
14. I think I woke up and then, you know how it has like the time left on the little screen? Mm-hmm. I saw like 6.
Oh, okay.
So like, get a good amount of hours.
And then we landed in Korea, which was cool because I think our last trip we had a layover, but we didn't get off the plane. So this time we got off the plane in Korea.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, how did you feel about being in another country?
First of all, the airport was very clean, spacious. I don't know. I just felt like I could like roam around and like, just look for food, and it was very a very pleasant airport, I would say.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I just felt comfortable.
Yeah, it was exciting. I think it was exciting to like just, I don't know, just be in another country that you haven't been to. Yeah. Even if it's at the airport, it was exciting.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't go out of the airport. Because our layover was like 4 hours maybe.
Yeah, in the airport.
So we were just like kind of just like going around looking what was around in the airport.
I would love to visit Korea, like
Oh, like just outside.
Go outside. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, and then we had a layover there. We chilled, and then we took a fucking weird ass flight from Korea to the Philippines because I didn't know this. I didn't know that these seats exist. So we sat on the side, and so on the flight to Korea, there's like these 2 seats, and then it goes to 3.
Yes.
And so we were the first row that turned into 3, and I had no one in front of me. I don't know. I hated that seat. I don't know.
But like, what was the main reason?
I was exposed. I feel like I was exposed. I feel like the spotlight was on me because I was just like this, and I don't know.
But you didn't feel like you had more space. Like you could literally stretch your legs. You had
cool.
room.
But you know what sucked though is I didn't have my backpack.
Yeah, so that's the only thing.
I just had my Switch on me, and then I just didn't.
Yeah, because you had no seat in front of you to put a backpack, so they had to make you put it in the overhead.
Yeah, and so you don't have any of your fun shit in front of you. But
were you panicking a little? You're like,
no, I was the only thing I was panicking is because I put my bag like behind me.
Yeah.
So I had to do some like Usain Bolt like from the start shit when we landed
to get my
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah. Also, too, I wasn't really a big believer on like, oh, when the plane lands, oh, you shouldn't stand up. I was a big believer on that.
Mm-hmm.
After this trip, I'm not a believer in that because you should absolutely stand up as fast as you fucking can
and line up.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah. Anyways, we land in Manila. Everything. How did you feel when we landed in back in the Philippines?
It felt like we've been here before.
Yeah.
Like literally, like because we last trip was 3 years ago, so I don't know. It just felt familiar.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And there was the hustle and bustle.
You just knew what to expect now, right?
Yeah, hustle and bustle, and then we saw our uncle, our mom was there.
And
yeah.
And so we traveled to Pampanga, where my mom's from,
Mm-hmm.
and and then
What did we do the first night or first day that we were there?
I don't know.
I think we like took a nap or something.
Yeah. This was Sunday.
Yeah.
And then the next day, we went to the SM, which is the mall.
Mm-hmm.
The malls in Asia or Philippines,
Which is very it surprised me because again we went 3 years ago, but like this, I don't know if we've been to this one, right? SM Clark, was that the?
I don't think we've been to this one.
I think we went to SM Olongapo, maybe. I don't know.
Oh wait, actually no. I think you're thinking the Marquee Mall.
No, there was an SM that we went to, but I don't. This time I was like, wow, this mall like looks
It's
better
sick
than
as fuck.
fucking America malls.
Yeah, you know what though? What I noticed is that the malls or like the mall culture is way better there in America.
What do you mean?
Like I feel like you could spend the day at the mall.
Oh, okay.
Whereas I feel like in America, it's more of like, oh, I need to go to Zara for a shirt and then I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I feel like the mall in like,
It's more lively.
it's more of a day.
More lively, right?
Yeah, it's more lively. It's more of like a family day almost. Like, like I'm gonna go shop here and then go eat lunch there and then.
Yeah, I feel like
But I feel like malls in America, it's more like, oh, I'm gonna go to Foot Locker and get some shoes and then I'm done.
Yeah. Don't you feel like there was a lot of choices too?
Yeah.
There's a lot of restaurants there too.
I think you know what I was thinking. I was thinking like because Philippines they don't have like Amazon, and so they have to still like go out. You know,
they do have that. Oh shit!
Like I just think America is so big on online shopping that like it kind of makes malls a little.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They do have that food one though.
Which one?
You know the bikes with the green bag.
Mm-hmm.
That was like their version of Uber Eats. I forgot the name of the company though.
Oh,
bro, it was you know what I'm
I
talking
forgot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like one word. But yeah, they did have that.
But yeah, we went to Uniqlo. We bought a bunch of shit at Uniqlo.
Mm-hmm. This is actually from
nice.
Uniqlo. Yeah,
nice.
Yeah. I remembered to get extra large because. Yeah, because they're oversized. This is an oversized shirt. But I was thinking like Asia,
Smaller.
it's smaller. So this is extra large right now.
And then after that we went to Zambales. That was quite an experience.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah. Can we say the weather? It was literally raining every day.
It was raining every single day.
Yeah.
And so I think what's the difference between like my mom's place and my dad's place is that my dad's place it's very countryside.
Mm-hmm.
I would say
Country near the
it's more like
beach, though.
It's more like jungly. like we're in the middle of a jungle type of shit. I feel like my mom's place in Pampanga is more city. Yeah, not big city, but it's a city like.
Yes.
But like my dad is more like when you drive, sometimes you're driving just past trees and jungles and shit.
Yeah, it kind of gave me the feeling of like you're on like there's houses on the side of a beach.
Yes,
it's literally that's what it was.
What it was.
And then do you want to talk about the e-bike?
Yeah.
So our aunt she lives there. Oh, she has a house there, and she has a electronic like golf cart looking thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, they asked me like if I wanted to drive it, and I'm like, cool, yeah, I could drive it. You know, we could drive alongside the beach.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We could just like go one way, and then we could go the other way. So we first started off going one way. It was me, Maria, you, and Joven in the cart. So we're like cruising along, you know. By the way, to preface, I don't know if it's only meant for two people.
Definitely not meant for four. Let's just say that.
So we were fine, right? I mean, to me, when I was driving the electronic cart, like it looked like it it was fully charged. That's my assumption, right? So yeah, we drove like to one side of the beach, and then we're going back, and then our cousin and aunt were on the bike in front of us.
Mom.
What did I say?
Cousin and aunt.
Oh yeah, our cousin and mom were in front of us on a bike.
Yes.
And then my mom, when we were heading back towards the house.
So you were driving.
I was driving.
He was driving.
I was driving.
We were all passengers.
Yeah. I think she yelled out like, "Do you want to go to the other side of the beach?" So I was like, "Yeah." I mean, to me, like that whole thing, like it was chill. You know what I mean? We're just chilling in the cart. You know what I mean? So then we started driving the other end of the beach, and that's when I felt the cart kind of slowing down a bit. You know what I mean?
You know what's funny is when they first said, "Oh, this is an electronic bike," I was just thinking to myself, like, what happens if it breaks down? Like, what is
so
that?
You had that thought in your head.
I had that thought in my head because, obviously for like a motorbike, you would just get gas.
Mm-hmm.
You just put the gas in the thing, right?
Yeah.
I was like, what do you do if it breaks down? Like, what's the procedure? There must be a like in my head, I'm like, there must be something, like somebody who designed this is like, all right, they might break down. Here's what you do if you break down.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, I didn't even think about that because again, I thought it was fully charged, and I thought it could because of the first ride, it was fine. Mm-hmm. Like it was 4 of us on the cart, like it was fine. So I thought, okay, we'll go on the other end, it'll be fine.
And mind you, it has been raining every second in Zambales, but when we took the e-bike, it kind of stopped for a little bit.
Yeah, stopped. I was really like, I could tell too because I was pressing on the gas, but like there was no momentum.
Yeah,
like I was kind of just like gradually going and then stopping, gradually going, and then I felt it breaking down, and at that point we were just like sitting ducks.
Yeah.
And it was again raining.
It started to rain really hard.
Yeah, so our cousin had to call her son to bring their tricycle, right, and basically tow us back to the house.
Yeah,
and he towed us with a rope.
Yeah,
he had to tie a rope.
So were you? So I was in the tricycle, so I didn't see what happened. Did you? Were you like doing anything, or did you just let him like pull you?
No, I actually was pressing on the gas.
Okay,
but it was weird as he was like towing us. I didn't feel us stopping because I think because you got off the cart, right?
Yes, I got
and
off.
You went into the tricycle,
right?
So the ride felt smoother.
Oh, so do you think like it charred, like it just had more energy?
It had more energy because there's less weight on
body
it.
weight. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So then I figured out, it's because there was 4 of us on that cart.
Yeah.
Or bike or whatever. So yeah, that was crazy.
So yeah,
I mean, we're only there for like what, 2 days?
2 days. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. How did it feel to be in Zambales?
It was cool because they renovated the house there, and it felt I don't know, like newer, I guess. Mm-hmm. I mean, Wi-Fi sucked.
That wasn't even our Wi-Fi. That was like our neighbors.
Yeah, it's crazy because a lot of stories I hear about people that go to the Philippines, it's like Wi-Fi is like very rare to find. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because some families, if you're just visiting family, they probably don't have Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So our way of using Wi-Fi was going out to the porch because that was where you had the best signal for our neighbors' Wi-Fi who kindly allowed us to, use theirs. Always it sucks because we have to go to the porch.
Yeah.
But it was cool. I did a little painting on the house because, the whole point of, our parents going there is to like renovate a lot of stuff or,
Yeah.
So I was like helping paint the window. Mm-hmm. I would say there's a lot more bugs in Zambales because
bugs that I don't even know what that was. What I saw.
Bruh, I just remember the main thing I remember was that big ass fly.
Fly, yeah.
Bro, it was a fly the size of like a grape.
Yeah.
I'm like, and then like we're afraid of insects, so it was just funny because we told our mom, and then our mom literally just got a chinela and like just fucking like just just slapped it like she wasn't even like.
She was crazy.
Yeah. But that was cool, and then we just headed back.
Yeah, and so I think that weekend that was the graduation party for your goddaughter.
Yes.
And our little brother.
Yeah. So they did a combined like graduation party because they both graduated college around the same time. So we decided to celebrate.
And it was cool because like there was some cousins that we didn't see that they just came in.
They didn't have to do that. Like one of our cousins had to fly to see us.
But I kind of agree because they were saying like, oh, like, we're
not there often.
We're not there.
Yeah.
This is the only chance. Otherwise, you're gonna have to wait years.
Yeah. But it's so nice. It's so nice. So nice of them.
Yeah, which it just got me. I was like thinking. I was talking to them, and I was like, man, we're getting old.
For real.
We're getting old, dude. Mm-hmm. Like we are like, because like before it was like no problem. Like let's just hang out with them. Let's hang out with Jules, Christian, and Joven for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Now it's like we're lucky to get one night.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody has jobs, families.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of hard now.
Us, all the cousins, we all grew up. Like it's just crazy because the circle was so big when we were kids, and then now it's just kind of like
yeah. But we drank a bunch of fucking Red Horse that night.
Dude, I love Red Horse.
Yeah,
I love Red Horse. Had San Miguel, which is the other light beer that we had in the beginning of the trip. It was cool, but then when I tasted Red Horse, I was like, oh shit, this is like stronger. It's like I really fuck with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because I drink a lot of IPAs, so that was pretty nice.
Yeah. Well, what's the percentage? Because when I saw on the what IPAs
8%? Oh, IPAs?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I saw on the Red Horse it was 6%. So I wanted to know what IPAs were.
I think it was 8 or 9%.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's a little higher, I think, but
yeah. But that was a good celebration. That was pretty much our
did you do a speech?
Family.
Did you do a speech?
I didn't do a speech. I did a prayer.
Oh, you did? Yeah, that's right. You did the prayer.
I did opening prayer before we ate the food. Yeah.
Could you tell I was drunk because I had to make a thank you. I had to like thank everyone to be there. But then I was like, dude, I was like 4 Red Horses in. I remember getting up, right? And when you're drunk, well, I wasn't drunk, but I was like getting there.
Mm-hmm.
When you're in that moment, like I think what goes through my mind, but me personally, is like try to act normal. Try to act like you're not, because there's like aunties and uncles and shit over there.
Yeah,
I don't want to look like I'm drunk, but so my mindset was like, don't look drunk. And I remember like I like bumped into a chair, and I'm like, oh shit. Like,
oh no, I didn't see that. From my perspective, you look fine. Because,
okay, great.
But the thing that I liked was you were cracking jokes, kind of like because you were speaking in Kapampangan or Tagalog. I don't know which you were speaking.
No, because I was saying like I'm the Kadwa, which is the middle, or which is like the second son, or second.
Yeah.
And then mom was like, I sang like Maya Bayabak or whatever.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Yeah, Maya Bayabak.
And then
yeah. So that was funny. I cracked up when you were saying all that stuff.
Yeah. So I mean, it helped because I was like tipsy. But
yeah. That was probably like that was probably one of the main highlights of that trip.
Yeah, was that?
We just saw
it was just so damn hot, bro.
Did Marie tell you like we think it's because how they had they had their pictures.
There was no air.
There was no airflow coming through the tent because we had a big tent that covered like all the tables and stuff.
I don't know.
And then there was their pictures
on one side.
On one side, so there was no airflow going through. So I was just fucking hot.
With you. I'm be honest with you. I think it was gonna be hot regardless.
It would have helped a little bit. I think it would have helped a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see like the insects that were coming, dude? Insects come at night, dude. Did you see that?
Sure. I kind of saw the small ones like on the table.
Yeah.
I was scared they'd like crawl on my food or something.
Yeah. But it was like
I knew that. I knew that there was gonna be a lot.
Yeah.
We're literally outside at night.
But it's funny because I'm like, oh, this is a lot of insects. But I'm like, well, wait. Me and you are probably like the only people that like find this like Jesus Christ. Like
I know, dude.
I think everybody was so like whatever about it.
I think the thing with like coming back here, I don't have to put on like a bug repellent anymore.
Bug repellent.
But I had bug lotion.
Which, by the way, the repellent that I bought, I'm not buying that shit. No. I think the spray is better.
Yours had a funky smell to it.
Mine, you know what it is? Because I read it. It's plant based. I bought a plant based one. I didn't buy. Next time, word of advice: if you guys are trying to find bug repellent, get the most like fucking outrageous chemically balanced one.
Yeah.
Don't get no plant based shit, dude.
Because I did use the lotion in the beginning, but then when I was using Maria's spray, I'm like, oh, this is so much easier, bro. Like it's quick as fuck.
But anyways, and then I don't think we did anything really that weekend. And then
we're chilling most of the time.
Yeah, we're chilling.
Yeah. But that was pretty much I would say like what we remember of the first week.
Yeah, and then so that was basically week 1.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Thank you guys for tuning in to Besides the Point. Me and my brother are trying to help grow this podcast and bring quality content every week. It would really help us if you subscribe and give this video a like, or for our audio listeners, follow us on your preferred streaming platform. Enjoy the rest of the show. Welcome back to the show. So we're actually gonna skip the Bingo Lingo segment, and we're just gonna talk about the second week that we were in the Philippines.
So this second week was actually interesting because my brother and Maria, they were gonna go to Guagua.
That's where her family's from.
That's where Maria's family's from. Mm-hmm. For like how many days? Like
we were there for like 4 or 5 days.
4 or 5 days. Yeah, and I didn't go. I didn't go because I mostly wanted to spend more time with Lula because I don't see her often, and so I feel like that's what I want to do. That's why I didn't go to Guagua, to be honest.
A lot of people say like, why do we call her Lula? Like, because like Lola is the but we, just for context, we call her Lula.
I don't know why. Actually, I don't know.
I mean, it's been that way since we were kids.
Yeah, I don't know.
And also, the morning that I left, our cousins were still there, right? So you got to spend some time.
No, like
actually, they left too.
No, so what was that? That Sunday morning?
It was Sunday morning.
Yeah, Sunday morning.
Heading into the second week.
I actually went for a run that morning.
Oh, okay.
And they were still sleeping or something, and then I was gone for like an hour, hour and a half. I went back and they were still not there. So honestly, it was just more like I think they they just left.
Oh,
they weren't hanging out, or they just left.
Okay. Did you say bye to any?
Yeah. I said bye to them.
So. Okay, gotcha. Okay. I mean, we left in the morning. We went to Maria's family's place, and I met some of her uncles that were still in the Philippines, aunties.
Who picked you guys up?
Her uncle and nephew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then how far is the drive to where we were at in Guagua?
It felt like an hour, but I think you get there quicker.
Mm-hmm.
I think because there was a lot of traffic at that time. So yeah, I met most of her family. They're all like, very welcoming.
Okay.
And with me, like I tried to establish a rapport already. Maybe that's just my personality, but like I'm already like starting to talk and like, kind of get to know the area that they're living. I mean, some of them do.
Is it kind of like our cousins where they understand us, but they don't really?
Yeah, like like if I spoke, they would.
Yeah,
they don't understand. There's some that like you would speak to them, and then they would talk back in Kapampangan.
Oh, okay.
So that one was a little difficult because I mean, obviously, I'm not fluent. But so they welcomed us. So that day, they had a welcoming kind of party for Maria, and the party was at a gazebo. There was like food made.
Yeah, I saw pictures. That's a pretty big gazebo.
It's pretty big. It was pretty cool. And then they had karaoke. By the way, they don't call it they call it videoke.
Okay.
Because there's
I get that.
the screen.
Yeah. I thought that was like the company.
Wait, what? Oh, the company name. No, I think they call it videoke.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then again, that was. By the way, this is the next day from that graduation party where I was drinking, and then the next day for that welcoming party, I was drinking again. So I had more Red Horse, and then I got my like videoke on.
Okay.
I had to bust out my Bakit Paba. You know what I mean?
Oh, good.
And then everyone was like, everyone was cheering.
Okay, let me ask you something about. That. Is that like the most popular song among Filipino Americans?
Yes.
I'm saying, is there other song besides Bakit Pa?
Okay.
How do you say it?
Is Bakit Paba?
See, man, you say it like an American. Bakit?
Yeah, I do.
Bakit Pa?
Yeah.
Is there another song like that where you put it on and you instantly know what that song is and it's a Filipino song?
No, I think that's the main one.
That's the main one, right?
Because I mean, for me, it's kind of simple in a way.
Well, no, not just for you. I'm just saying for like you put that like in front of just Filipino Americans that don't know how to speak Tagalog.
And they go off.
They know that song.
Yeah.
You know
I guess, yeah. I guess. I mean, I honestly don't know when I first started singing it. I don't even think Mom and Pop sing that song.
I think Mom and Pop sing that song.
Do they?
Yeah, I think that's where we got it from. What you think you put everyone on that song?
No, I'm just saying like that's the.
Of course,
main...
it's from Mom and Pop. What are you talking about?
I guess
are you insane?
I guess it's being sung in a lot of Filipino households then.
Yeah,
right then. But that's the song I go to, and that night, I busted that out. Everyone was cheering for me.
Yeah,
you know I mean, there's one word in there that I apparently I mispronounced. I don't know. With the graduation party, did you hear some like aunties laughing when I said that word?
I don't even remember you singing that song. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, you're gone. You're gone already. And then we ate a lot of food. They had like spaghetti. I ate like a little bit because I knew when I drank again, we were gonna have pulutan.
Oh, okay.
And for the listeners, that's kind of like a side food that you eat while you're drinking.
Yeah, pulutan is like, I don't say bar food, but like it's something you eat while drinking.
Yeah, I guess in America, I don't know if that's like equivalent of like peanuts. Or nuts.
So like peanuts would be
with beer.
Yeah, I don't know,
Yeah, but I really got to know because I was hanging out with their uncles because the uncles were on one side and then all the aunties and they're all on that side, and then I got to really know. I was trying my best to speak like Tagalog, and one of our uncles actually complimented me. Mm-hmm. He said that I'm pretty good at Tagalog.
Okay, you just
I just said words.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So shout out to me. You know what I mean? Shout out ninth grade Filipino class in San Diego.
I actually do want to learn Tagalog, bro.
You should.
Yeah, I was looking at Rosetta Stone, and I think it's like 45 for like 3 months. I think some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay.
I'm gonna learn Tagalog. I'm not gonna tell you or Maria, and I'm just gonna bust that shit out.
I feel like you know some words, right?
I don't know. I mean, like I know like the Spanish words, I guess, right?
Okay. So here's
like work is like trabajo, like that's the same shit.
Bust it out.
You know.
Mm-hmm. I think
like spoon is cuchara, like that's the same shit. Like.
So all you're missing is the filler words.
Yeah, I don't know the uning.
You need to connect.
I don't know any of that.
I think that's with learning any language. You need to know the words in between.
It's the same thing with Ilocano. Yeah. I know words in Ilocano.
Yeah.
I just don't know how to connect the words. I don't know the
I
know what you mean. The connector words. So when I tell people like, oh, I can understand Ilocano, I can understand it in a way that if you say like a word like house is like balay, I can understand like keywords. Like I can be like, okay, you're talking about the house, and then it's I can just pick up on those words and understand what you're saying from that.
Yeah.
It's not really a fluent way of understanding, but I just know picking up on words. I could from context. I could understand that.
Yeah.
You know.
And then the rest of the time there, we're just like going around. Went to other shopping centers. Where do we go? What's the one? Angeles. We were like in Angeles.
Okay.
Shopping there.
Okay.
There's kind of like there's kind of like a swap meet kind of Filipino version, but it was like indoors. So we're getting like pasalubong there.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we're just kind of like going around meeting some of our other family members, and I feel like I've gotten closer to them. Like
Nice.
I'm
sure that was like your goal.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to meet them.
Yeah.
It's pretty rare, for
Yep.
someone to meet a family in another country.
Yeah, that's what I was like thinking. I was like, whoa, like Maria's gonna like meet our family in the Philippines.
Yeah. But it was pretty much chill the whole time when I was with Maria's family and stuff. What did you do for your time?
So the time it might be a little off because I'm kind of forgetting, but that Monday, no, actually, hold on. The Sunday when you left, your goddaughter, her boyfriend came over.
Oh, okay.
And he has a car.
Okay.
Which, if you have a car in the Philippines, bro, like you can do whatever the fuck
you go
want.
anywhere.
You can go whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like I noticed that like not having a car is actually it sucks ass because there's no Uber in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Like maybe like Uber, maybe there's in Manila or something, but like where we're at, there's no Uber.
Yeah.
You literally have to either know a person that has a car or you gotta like hire a fucking driver.
Mm-hmm.
That's like super expensive to drive you around, right? So, and mom, whenever mom is asking me if I want to go, I always say yes because I want to do something.
Mm-hmm.
And so we went to this place called Landers in the Philippines, and Landers they compare that to I was gonna say In-N-Out. They compare it to Costco. So Landers is a type of Costco where it's like, have you been into a Landers? Did you guys go into Landers?
Oh, we actually went to an S&R.
Oh, okay. I think that's the similar.
I think they're like I don't know if they're competition with each other.
It probably is. Yeah.
Yeah. So we went to that.
Yeah. So we went to Landers, and Landers was it was pretty cool. It was I actually got rejected by a girl.
Oh my God.
You want to hear that story?
If you want to tell, go ahead.
Okay, so in Landers, right? In Landers, you have to sign up for a membership, right? So mom, we went to the desk where like we signed up, right? And I saw this girl, and I was like, wow, she's like super pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And like my thought process behind it was like, I'm in the Philippines. Like nobody knows who I am. I'm probably not gonna see this chick ever in my life.
Shoot your shot.
I'm gonna shoot my shot because there's literally nothing to lose here, right? And so, like mom was shopping, and this whole time I was like, oh man, should I shoot my shot? Should I not? I'm like, you know what? Yeah, and like I said, I was like, you know what? I'm in the Philippines. Like, even if she like rejects me, like it's cool because like I said, I will probably never see her in my life ever again.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so we were looking for stuff for Father's Day, which by the way, Landers is really nice. Like they have like it's like Costco, and then like they have like a food section where you can buy food and like eat there and shit like that.
Mm-hmm. Like a food, not a food court, but like
just a place to eat.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, I told our cousin or your goddaughter, I was like, hey, I think the girl in the front is cute. But by the way, did I ever tell you this story?
You did.
I did.
That's
okay.
why I'm like, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So this, so basically, I was like, hey, I think the girl in the front is cute. Like, should I like? Do you guys ask for your number? Like WhatsApp? Like what? Mm-hmm. Like what do you guys ask? Like, how do you guys communicate? And she's like, oh, cool, yeah, it's Instagram. Mm. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, okay, cool. Like I got Instagram. So then, we were kind of shopping with mom and auntie, right? And I was like, hey, I need to go use the bathroom. And then, your goddaughter was like, I will show Kuya the bathroom. So we go to the front where she was at, right? And then she like looked at me and I was like, oh, let me use the bathroom real quick. Let me just gather myself.
Yeah, you gotta look fresh. Freshen up.
So yeah, so I use bathroom. And then I go to the front where she was at. Luckily she was like on the side. So then it's not, I wasn't really like next to, I wasn't bothering her or anything. Like she was like, I think she was like printing membership cards. And then I leaned over, I was like, hey, in English, by the way. Which by the way, like, I don't know how like Filipinos feel about like American speaking Filipinos.
Okay.
Like, I don't know if like that's, yeah, I just don't know. I
feel like they're used to it.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people like, visit all the time.
Yeah, and I think there's like a lot of like people that aren't Filipino in Pampanga anyways.
Yeah.
So I leaned over to her. I was like, "Hey, like I think you're cute. Like can I have like your phone number or Instagram or something?" And then like she looked at me. And like there's a look where I'm like, "Oh, I don't think I'm gonna get
like
it."
instantly. Like.
I instantly knew. And she's like, "Oh, sorry, sir. I cannot give my personal information out." And I was like, first of all, I was like, that is like, I've never heard that type of like rejection before. She was so
okay,
like,
but
she was so like professional with it. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Would you think it's because she's on the job?
I think, yeah, I mean, I'm sure it was. And plus like the dude helping mom, like on the same desk, but I think that was her supervisor. Mm-hmm. So like, yeah, so like, of course, like but I mean, I'm not gonna like wait for her to like get off their shit. Like I'm not gonna do that shit. Mm-hmm. So I think it's probably like, she was like her boss was like right there, and like I was like right here, and I was like, I did hear her coworker like laugh a little bit, like when I was asking her.
Okay.
But like but then
So your plan immediately was to just ask her straight away, like
straight up.
There was no plan of like, oh, can you help me with something?
Okay. No, I'm just gonna be like, you know what, like, hey, I think you're cute. Can I get your number?
You know what? I'm gonna commend you for that. I'm gonna commend you for that
you.
Because because you knew the situation. You're like, yo, I'm in another country. What do I got to lose? You know
I mean, and just I think it's just a funny way of like her like being like, oh, sorry, sir, I cannot give up my personal information.
Dude, that's crazy. That's funny.
Yeah. So then, that was funny, and then that was that Sunday. Which, by the way, that Landers is in Angeles.
Oh, okay.
And I think Angeles is like pretty like developing. Mm-hmm. Like there's like that, like next to Landers was like it was a Starbucks. Yeah. There was like a Jollibee. I think it was a McDonald's over there. Really quick,
I want to say, there's a lot of American shit over there. Like I going back to like all the toiletries, we could have fucking just got toiletries over there.
Oh, dude, I'm not buying toiletries. Probably not even like clothes. Yeah. Like I'm probably bringing like not where I was at like the beginning of the trip. Mm-hmm. I would just buy my clothes there too. Yeah. I'll bring like, I know I need these clothes for these days, like the graduation party. Like I'm gonna buy clothes, or I'm gonna pack clothes for that. Yeah. But I'm not gonna. If I need like more stuff, I'll just buy it. I know we're gonna go.
I was so surprised they had like Cetaphil there. I'm like, bro, I use that for my face.
Dude, they have a store called Watson's. Have you been to Watson's?
No, I haven't been to Watson's.
They have like all of our shit there. Yeah, dude.
If I knew, bro. If I knew.
Yeah, bro. Next time, I am literally not buying anything. Yeah. Literally not buying anything. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
So that was that Sunday, right? When you went to Landers?
That was a Sunday, yeah. Okay. And then on Monday, we go to SM San Fernando. Okay. And apparently, like, that mall is the longest mall in the Philippines, or in Pampanga. I forget which one.
Longest mall. Okay. Like kind of like the boulevard over here.
Kind of like the walk? South outlets.
Okay.
Of Philippines. Okay. Or Pampanga. I don't know which one. Mm-hmm. Have you been there?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think you
have. I don't know.
You literally told me when I went.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Yes.
It's next to
Yes,
it was
we
next
were
to like a amusement park or something.
Yeah. I think there was one point where we went the same day.
Yes, but in different times.
At different times, yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, so we go there. Did you? Okay, so let's compare stories. Did you go there Monday or Tuesday?
Dude, this is where I'm fucking up
You're-
my memory. Like
it's
I don't
blurred,
know.
right?
Yeah, but I know it was a day where we went at the same time.
Okay.
I just don't know which day. Could have been a Tuesday.
I think it's Monday. I think it was a Monday.
Okay.
Let's say Monday. Yeah, and so we go to Uniqlo again.
Yeah, you got more shit.
Yeah, I got more shit, and I give because your goddaughter and her boyfriend they came with us, and I gave them I think 2,000 pesos each, which is I think is $40 here.
Yeah, that's a lot
And
over there.
You know when I was thinking about, I think like the reason why I think if you're Filipino American, I think you should go to the Philippines because I think like you need to see how, because I think it's one thing to see poverty, but I think it's another thing when you interact with people that are in. I'm not saying like our cousins are impoverished, but like we're obviously like better off than them. Like we live a different life than them, right?
Yeah.
So I thought it was very interesting how they spent the 2,000 pesos.
Okay.
Because me, if you hand me money, like if you give me, hey Christian, I'll give you like $40 to go buy something at Uniqlo, right? Like me right now.
Yeah.
I would buy like a sick jacket that I would never buy myself.
Okay. Like one item.
I would buy one item.
Yeah.
That's like, I'm like, I want that. I would never buy this, but I want that.
Yeah.
And that's what I thought they were going to do.
Right.
Right. But like, let's say like, oh, like this is a sick jacket. Like I'm going to buy that with the pesos. Right. What they did was they went to the sales section that I think the shirts there were like maybe 500 pesos. And they pick shirts from the sales section because they want to use this 2,000 like as much as they can. And I think that's like the like, you know what I mean? Like I just don't, I'm like, wow, like I didn't know like or like they would take 2,000, combine it with another 1,000 and then just buy the expensive shit that you want. That's another thing that I would do too.
Yeah. You're saying
I just never would think to go to the sales section and just buy as much as I can out of this 2,000 pesos.
Yeah, because it's an opportunity to
buy
get
more
things,
shit,
get more stuff because one new shirt, they'll probably wear it for just a day, but they get shirts from the sales section. They have a whole week of wardrobe.
But see, like I think like as like a person like who makes money, who I buy my own stuff, I just don't think about that, And it was very, see, that's where I'm like, oh man, like that's a very like humbling like experience. That,
yeah, for sure.
That really teaches me like, damn, like,
they're so hesitant too sometimes to buy something, even if we give them money.
Yeah,
they're like, they're kind of unsure too, like what to.
What to get. The first time we went to Uniqlo, we took our my godson, and I was like, just if you see something you like, just buy whatever. Yeah, like I'll buy it for you.
I don't think they know that
and
concept.
It took our other cousin to be like, hey, get this shirt. Yeah, get this thing.
Yeah. They don't know that concept.
Kuya's paying for it.
Yeah, it's just
but like they don't think about that.
Yeah, which is well, me and Maria always talk about it when we have kids. Like we want to bring them to the Philippines because it shows how people kind of utilize what they have.
Their money. It's just like their thought process of having money is just way different than what what we're used to.
It's definitely humbling. That's why we have kids. We want to show them how these are how the kids
so that's why like I said, it's one thing to see like, oh, like these people look poor, but like when you're around them and you see how they think, like that's a way different like experience,
It's amazing, man.
Yeah.
It's
it just makes you think like, man, like my problems here are actually not real.
For real, dude. Yeah. They have other stuff.
They have way
to make a buck.
Shit that like
to make a buck. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, but yeah. So we went. So that was Monday. We went to the Pampanga or San Fernando SM, which that's a sick ass mall. By the way, that's a sick ass fucking.
I think
mall.
any mall over there's pretty cool.
And then Wednesday, I think Tuesday, I think we chilled. Wednesday, I think I went to the market with like mom. I just did a little shit, but I think we were just chilling and then.
So you chill most of the time, but if there was any opportunity to go out, you would because.
Oh yeah.
But the main point of this trip was just like pretty much every time we go is to visit our family because obviously we don't see them that often. To be honest, like the whole tourist, like the nice spots where you have to take another plane to go, like I could care less.
You know what? Yeah, you know what? Like
I don't really like
that's what I'm saying, bro. Is that like yeah, it's nice to do those things, but like, dude, like
I'd rather see family.
I'd rather like be with like family.
Yeah, because every time we see them, they've aged. Like it's like our little cousins are like are adults now, and it's like you don't get that much time with them. So,
see, this brings me to my point. I want to get a condo out there.
Yes.
I want to get a condo out there. I was, you know what? I was like, maybe I wasn't really so sure before the trip. After this trip, I was like, you know what? It's impossible to buy a house in fucking America.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? It might be nice to like have this a spot in like Manila, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I felt like in America it got to a point where if you're gonna invest in a property, most likely you're gonna have to fix it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But even when we were house shopping, it's like you either spend $500,000 on a basic ass house, or you spend $500,000 on a sick ass fucking penthouse loft
in the Philippines,
in fucking BGC Manila. You know,
if you're not, if you do get a condo there, and you know you're not there and you're in America, are you gonna rent that out, or that's solely for you? Like,
that's solely for me. That's kind of why I want a condo.
It was cool. I mean, we were driving by them, and I was like, "Oh, these look very." It's gated too. Like it's like a whole. Like,
I've been researching a lot actually.
Yeah.
And there's 2 spots in Manila that are like, these are like you know,
legit
locations. That's it's called BGC and Makati.
I've heard of BGC.
BGC is like
I've heard of BGC.
That's like American like type shit. Like that's like. Yeah. So I'm looking. I'm inquiring.
Is this like how far in the future are we talking?
Ideally,
yeah,
2-3 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. The thing is, I don't know my options right now because I'm not a Filipino citizen.
No. Yeah.
So I need to like kind of see what are my options as an American citizen buying property in the Philippines. So.
Yeah.
But
cool, man. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty like. I want to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gives a reason for me and Maria to visit.
Yeah, I sent my driver. Just kidding. But yeah, man, like honestly, I mean, like, if you want my real answer, you know, obviously I joke around saying, oh, I don't want to work, blah, blah, blah. But which I understand, like I still have to work, you know, because I want to have nice shit. Right?
Income.
But yeah, it's just like, you know what, dude? Like, you know, I feel like I want to just be like have a place where like I can go and like just like have like a spot where I can go, you know, and then visit family. You know, because I do want to be out. I do want to go to the Philippines more often now.
Yeah. Well, me and Maria are saying probably in 2-3 years.
Yeah.
I think 5 years is pretty long.
5 years. I'm not doing 5 years.
Yeah.
I have to go. I would, for me, I would say like every year or every 2 years.
Yeah.
Depending on if I have a condo or not.
Yeah.
But like, you know,
were you thinking that before we went on this trip, or like because we went on this trip, you're like, oh, I want to come back?
I think because I was on this trip, it definitely like raised like that bar a little higher of like, oh, I want to like actually like get a property here.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, like this, it's like you said, like, dude, like we're getting older. You know, the next time like we see them, like they're just not the same person as we left. And like I just hate that like we're not there. You know what I mean? I just hate that sometimes. And so it would be nice to be like closer to like like the Filipino kind of side.
Mm-hmm.
So
and every time we go there, like it's like it always feels like nothing's really changed too, in a way, because our cousins still joke around with us and like
yeah.
They go where we go, very welcoming. So yeah, I think it'd be nice to if you do go there, a reason for us to visit more too.
Obviously, like I would come back here, but like I mean, I think like this is like I'm like 90% sure I want to do this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make sure we have 2 rooms.
I will have a fold-out couch.
Oh no!
Because you're used to,
No. You better get at least 3-bedroom condo or something.
In BGC, I'm not doing that.
How many rooms is in a condo?
It's expensive. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. It's expensive. I do too, though, for real.
So if we come, that's our room.
No, that's mom and pop's room. But y'all could, you know what I mean?
What if we all go at the same time, and we all go to your condo at the same time? You're on the couch.
So you want me to sleep on my couch in my own home?
We're visiting you.
Okay. Okay.
Nah, that's cool, man. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's a good investment, I would say.
But yeah, we
anything we miss, or like, I guess what was your overall rating, or not rating?
I would say
how'd you experience
okay, so I would say for this trip specifically, I was kind of more like I expected a lot. Like there was no culture shock to me. Whereas like before I would have a little culture shock.
Mm-hmm. But
this one I was a bit used to just everything, like, just kind of everything that's happening, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of why I'm so comfortable like thinking about like living out there, because I think like I'm kind of used to the Philippines a lot more now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And this was kind of and I think as a result, I think this is the first trip where like I actually felt like
home.
Yeah.
Like a home.
Yeah, like a home kind of thing.
I got you.
I think I'm fine being like the American, but like this was like the first time where I actually kind of felt like okay, like this is like, everything was kind of smooth,
Yeah. Like
whereas before I had to take time to adjust.
Right.
But that,
right.
Yeah.
It's just crazy too, because when me and Maria got back here, I'm like,
it was quiet, dude.
Oh yeah, because
it was so quiet. Like when I was laying down in my couch, I was like,
"There's no jeepneys, tricycle noises,
there's no motorcycles,
roosters.
There's nothing."
I mean?
It's just,
but it's just so trippy when we got back here. I'm like, wow, we were just in the Philippines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like that's crazy to me.
Yeah,
that like we got back to America. I'm like, wow, it kind of felt like a dream in a way. For us,
yeah.
But yeah, man, like love the trip, and we're hoping to go again. Hopefully soon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nothing but love for the Philippines, man. Like I'm telling you, like like I would love to live there.
Yep. That was great.
Would you live there?
I don't know. Probably not. I'll visit you though. I'll visit you. But if you got a condo over there, bro, I'm going there. I'm going there, and I expect to be taken care of by you.
By what?
Me and Maria. You gotta take care of us.
Oh, Jesus.
Because you're gonna be living. You're gonna get used to the environment, so you're gonna know where to go, like places to go, where to eat. You know what I mean?
I'm buying a sports car when I'm out there. By the way, I hope you know that.
All right.
I'm not buying no SUV. I'm buying a fucking like.
How we gonna sit in your car then?
I'm just letting you know ahead of time. It's like
I think SUV is actually is more efficient. To be honest.
I'm getting a Supra.
Once you get that and an SUV,
that's a lot of money.
You're gonna be out there just save for another car, bro. I'm gonna sit in the back seat and the seats like low.
Jesus Christ! Yes, I want that.
I really sound like an American right now. Yeah.
But yeah, I think
Shout
one
out.
thing that
Philippines.
really surprised me. Last thing,
Mm-hmm.
Kenny Rogers. Kenny Rogers has a franchise restaurant.
Mm-hmm. We didn't eat there, did we?
No, we didn't. I wanted to, but I don't know if anybody knows this, but Kenny Rogers has a franchise restaurant.
I wonder if they play his music in there.
I think one of his songs is "You Gotta Know When to Fold 'Em."
Mm-hmm.
Know when
Just imagine eating. Imagine eating, and then you
fried chicken and spaghetti.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening to our another episode. But I'm trying to get back in the groove. So another episode of Besides the Point. We're back, baby. So expect us to get back in the routine. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.